Hi everyone, thanks for joining us for a little bit of yoga today. I'm Courtney, this is Ben. We're going to do a sequence that's going to feel good, open up the body, and it'll last for about 20 to 30 minutes, and it's for any level. So I'll give you some modifications or some advancements if you want to take it the next step. So let's get started in a seated position. Start to lift the shoulders toward the ears and then roll them back. Focusing inward, paying attention to what the breath is doing. In other direction. Good. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, bring it down to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times. Inhale brings you up. Exhale down. Good. Bring the right hand outside the right hip. Left arm comes up and over. Side body stretch. So you can walk the hand out or drop down to the forearm if you want to go a little bit deeper. Making sure that sit bone remains on the mat. Keeping the head back. Inhale brings you up, other side. Inhale brings you up. Bring that left hand to the right knee, right hand comes behind, twisting, turning from the belly button first, and then the chest, and then the head is the last thing to turn. Deep breaths. And release. Other side, right hand to left knee, sitting up nice and tall in the spine. Twisting deeper with every exhale. Good. Release. Hands to the knees, seated cat-cows. On an inhale, chest comes through, shoulder blades squeeze. Exhale, rounding the spine, chin to the chest. Moving with your breath as fast or as slow as you would like. Coming back to neutral, hands come to the shoulders. The right elbow goes down, left elbow goes high, and then tick-tock to the other side. Keeping that spine nice and long. Coming back to neutral. On an inhale, you're going to turn to the right. Exhale, turn to the left. Closing the eyes so you don't get dizzy, going as fast or as slow as you want. Good, coming back to center. Let's move into tabletop, hands and knees. We're going to do some cat-cows. On an inhale, belly drops, gaze comes up. Exhale, rounding the spine, chin to the chest. Shoulders stacked over the wrists. Arms are straight. Maybe circle the hips out if that feels good. This is your practice, so doing whatever feels good for you. And we'll meet in child's pose. Toes together, knees wide, forehead to the mat, arms extending out in front of you. Taking 3 good breaths here, in through the nose, sighing out the mouth, letting something go. Inhale, coming to the fingertips, walk the hands to the right. Left hand can go on top of the right hand. Left side body stretch. Inhale, walk the hands back through center. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, back to center, pressing back to tabletop. Extend the right leg out behind you and start to push into the toes so you'll feel a stretch in the calf. And then bring the right leg out to the right, come on up, hands to the hips. And then you're gonna walk the right hand down that right leg, left arm reaches high. Breathing into the stretch. Exhale, left hand down, right arm comes high. Coming back to tabletop, other side, extend the left leg straight. Start to get into that calf. Bump the left foot out to the left. Inhale brings you up. And then stretching that left hand down the left leg, right arm up and over. Right hand down, left arm high. Coming back to tabletop. And let's press into our first downward facing dog. So tuck the toes, send the hips high. And start to bend and straighten the knees. Walking out the dog. Pressing the mat away firmly. Let's walk the toes up to the hands. Forward fold so you can step the feet apart, bend the knees, grab the elbows, start to sway back and forth. Folding at the hips, not the lower back. Plant the hands to the mat, heel toe the feet so they're touching. Inhale, halfway lift, extend the spine. Hands come to the knees or shin. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeps you all the way up. Grab hold of the left wrist. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, back to center, cactus the arms, lift the heart, exhale, back bend. Inhale, arms come up by the ears. Exhale, dive it forward, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep up, come all the way up. And then release the hands behind the back, interlace them. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, folding forward. You can put a bend in the knees. Maybe straightening the knees when you get to the bottom. Release the hands. Let's step the feet back. We're going to take our first flow. So you can lower halfway or all the way down to the mat. I'm lowering halfway. And then inhale, coming up to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, pushing back to down dog. 3 good breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, step that right foot in between the hands, lower the back knee. And then bring the hands to the right knee, start to lean forward, crescent B pose, stretching the hip flexor on the left side. So as an area that is crunched all day as we're sitting, driving, working. All right, let's bring the hands to the hips and then lift the left hand high. Getting into the side body again, stretching. Other side, right arm lifts. Other side, left arm is high. And then we're gonna twist that elbow outside the knee. Hands come together, pressing the palms into each other to twist a little deeper here. Breathing. Deep belly breath, especially when we twist. Good, release, hands to the mat. Straighten the front leg, half splits, toes come up toward you. Pulling that hip back, working to get the nose closer to the knee. Inhale, bend the knee, bring both hands inside the right foot, heel toe the foot out, and then come to the edge of that right foot. And then the right hand's gonna come inside that leg, opening the hip up. Crooked monkey. Making sure to not dump into this shoulder, pressing the ground away. Good, bring it back in, coming into lizard pose, so palms inside the foot, either staying here or dropping down to the forearms, keeping this knee pulled in toward the body. Pressing back into the palms, start to bend the back knee, quad stretch. You can stay here or reach around with the right hand for the foot, pulling the heel in toward the glute. Looking over the right shoulder. Good, release. Straighten both legs. Bump the back foot up. We're coming into pyramid pose. So the stance is fairly narrow. Gonna inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over that right leg, pulling the right hip back, scissoring the leg so the front leg pulls back, the back leg comes forward. Trying to lower the rib cage down the shin. Shift the weight forward, moving into standing L. And back up. So hands are on the mat, back foot lifts. And then on an inhale, start to lift the hands off the mat, warrior three. And then step it together, Utkatasana chair pose. Arms up, hips sink back. Good, forward fold. Now you can step it back to down dog or take your flow. If you're taking a vinyasa flow, you can step back to plank, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale to cobra, up dog. Exhale brings you back to down dog. 3 breaths. Inhale, step the left foot in between the hands, lower the back knee, bring the hands to that left knee, stretching the other side, hip flexor. Hands to the hips, lift the right arm up, stretch it over. Other side. Getting ready for that twist. Coming back, elbow goes outside the knee, hands press together, twist. So eventually wanting to eliminate this gap. Breathing. You should feel the belly move here. Good, hands to the mat, half splits. Straightening the front leg. Inhale, bend that left knee. Bring both hands inside the foot, heel toe the foot out, and then come to the edge of the foot. Use the hand to push on the inner leg, opening up that hip a little bit more. Pressing the ground away with the right arm, looking over that left shoulder. This should feel good. Good, bring it back, coming into lizard pose, heel toe the foot back. Staying on the palms. If you have a block, you can always use that. Dropping down to the forearms maybe, keeping the knee in. Pressing back into the palms if you're not already there. Start to bend the back knee. You can stay here or reach around for the foot, pulling it in toward the sit bone. Good, release. Straightening both legs, bumping the back foot up. Pyramid pose, stance is narrow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding over the left leg. Inhale, shift the weight forward, standing L. I'm gonna bump it back to make sure you guys can see me. So the hands are on the ground, leaning forward. Try to get that back leg a little bit higher. And then inhale, if you want more of a challenge, we're coming into warrior three, lifting the hands up off the mat. Foot is flexed, finding a point in the ground that's not moving. Directly in front of you, spine is long. And then inhale brings you to chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Take your flow or step it back to down dog. Three good breaths here. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Bend the knee, stack the hips, circle it out, two big circles in each direction. Three-legged dog when you're done. Exhale, bring it through. Warrior one. So the back foot spins down, arms come up. Cactus the arms, lift the heart. Exhale, opening up to warrior two. So you have to shift the feet a little bit. Hips are now open, making sure you can see the front big toe, the knee's not blocking it. Flip the palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Elbow to knee or hand inside the right foot. Left arm reaching high toward the ceiling. Cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step it back, take a flow. Other side, inhale, lift that left leg high, bend the knee, stack the hips, circle it out. Three-legged dog when you're done. Inhale, warrior one, back foot spins down, hips are squared off. Cactus the arms, lift the heart. Exhale, opening up to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle, your variation. Hands to the mat, vinyasa. Inhale, step the foot in between the hands, runner's lunge. Bend and straighten into the right leg. Inhale, crescent warrior, staying high on the ball of the back foot. Squeezing the thighs together, helping you balance, pulling everything up and in. Exhale, hands to the mat, and then walk yourself to the left, wide leg forward fold. So the toes are all facing the same direction, legs are straight. We're getting into the hamstrings here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands back so the fingertips are in line with the toe tips. Pulling the elbows toward each other, trying to get the head closer to the mat. If you have a headstand here, you can take it. Inhale, lift, halfway. Hands to the hips. Exhale brings you all the way up. Heels turn in, toes turn out. Coming into goddess pose. Start to bend the knees, sink the hips down. Breathing here, getting a little lower in the hips. Navel to spine. And exhale, straighten the legs, hands come back to the mat. Walk yourself to the front of the mat, step it back, take your flow. Inhale, left foot in between the hands. Runner's lunge, bend and straighten into the front leg. Inhale, crescent warrior. Exhale, hands to the mat, walking to the right, wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands reach around for the ankles, bending in the elbows, pulling yourself closer to the ground. Inhale, lengthen, hands to the hips. Exhale, brings you all the way up. Heels turn in, toes turn out, goddess pose. Hands to the heart or hips, sinking down. Maybe lifting one heel off the mat, placing it down, lifting another heel off the mat, placing it down, both heels off the mat. Let's pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Straighten the legs, bring the hands back to the mat, walk yourself to the front, step it back, take your flow. We'll meet in child's pose. Dropping down to the knees. Slowing the heart rate here with the breath. Good, slowly come up. Make your way to a seated position. Butterfly, soles of the feet together. Scoot the feet in towards you. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, leaning forward. Inhale brings you up, straightening the legs out in front of you, seated forward fold. You can remove the flesh from the sit bones, sit up nice and tall. And then on an exhale, walking the hands toward the feet. So we're going forward first, and then allowing ourselves to go down, relaxing in the shoulders and the neck. Squeezing the quads to allow the hamstrings to stretch a little deeper here. Inhale brings you up, and then come all the way onto your backs. You can grab the knees, rock it out, massage the spine, and then keep the knees bent. Let's bring the heels to the sit bones. We're going to do 3 bridge poses, so arms down by your sides. On an inhale, lifting the hips high, chin to the chest. Exhale, come on down. Inhale brings you up, pushing through the quads. Try to get that chest toward the chin, a little higher. Exhale, brings you back. Last one, inhale. Exhale, brings you all the way down. Extend the legs out in front of you. Get nice and comfortable here. Shavasana, final resting pose. Good work, everybody. No longer worrying about the breath, what it's doing, allowing the thoughts to come and go. Shavasana. Start to return back to your body, back to your breath. Move the fingers and toes. Head goes side to side. Arms reach overhead for a nice big stretch, squeezing everything from the fingertips all the way down to the toe tips. And bending the knees, rolling over to one side, rebirth pose. Pausing here. With the strength of your arms, push yourself up to a seated position. Eyes closed, hands to heart center, sitting nice and tall. Inhale through the nose, sighing out the mouth, letting everything go. Thank you for letting me guide you in your practice. Namaste.
Namaste.